today for our featured senior, I am here with our one and only spiky-haired drummer boy. If you've been to any Sydney athletic event, you've seen him, you've at least heard him. He is our drum set player for the pep band, and this is Korbyn Zoanni. Korbyn, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I was born in August. I was a really fat baby. Some things I like to do, like on my free time and whatnot, I like to weld. I also like, obviously, playing the drums. I draw. I have a lot of drawings in my room, like of logos of bands or like tattoos I want to get, stuff like that. And I have friends basically all over, anywhere you think on the earth, basically.
In your high school career, has there been people that you would say have influenced you in school, outside of school, or anyone who has really been there for you, helping you out? Anyone you want to give a special shout out to?
First, I'd like to give a shout out to my mom. You know, she's never given up. I've been through a lot of crazy stuff in the past couple of years here. And, I'd just like to tell her thank you and that I love you. I wouldn't be what I am today without her. The next person that I would like to give a shout out to, the person that basically got me started in music, was my 6th grade music teacher, Mrs. Zagurki. She was my teacher in Fairview there for a little while. She was one of the people that really pushed me to start playing the drums. And then I'd also like to thank my dad, because he's not my biological dad. He's my adopted dad, and I remember when I was really young, I was like 4 or 5, but when I asked him to adopt me, or like be my dad, and like that's probably one of the greatest memories I have of him. He's been a really great father to me, and I appreciate everything he's done for me, I don't tell him enough, but, I should tell him thank you and give him a hug every now and again.
Kind of focusing into high school again, do you feel like there is a moment in high school that you've just accomplished the most? But what do you feel has been your greatest accomplishment throughout high school?
Coming back to high school, I wasn't in the greatest settings here for the past, 3 years, coming up on 4 in November. I guess coming back into the community was probably one of my greatest accomplishments throughout my high school years. But I'd say for like music-wise, I'd say probably attempting and almost accomplishing to learn double bass. That's probably one of my favorite memories of figuring that stuff out, because that's one of my dreams, is to be one of the greatest double bass drummers ever.
What did your path going into music, what did that journey look like? Put yourself back into, 5th grade or 6th grade, whatever they start in Fairview. Put yourself back in that mindset. What was Korbyn thinking back then?
All right, so this is a great story, actually. I love telling this one. It's my favorite. I remember it was like the 3rd or 4th day at school, and I was just moved to Fairview. And I walk into the band room. It's my band class. And I walk in there, and Miss McGurk was sitting there. I had no idea who she was at the time, but she goes, all right, guys, time to pick an instrument. So I'm looking around. I'm like, dang, I don't want to play a saxophone or a trumpet. I was sitting there. I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to sit in a chair. I want to sit in a chair, but... And then I see the drum set up in the corner. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. So I wander up there, and then I sit down, and I'm like, I don't know. It was almost like a spiritual moment kind of thing. It was really weird. But, it had a grip on me. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, whether I'm poor, rich, famous, not famous, in a band, not in a band. Then my buddy, his name was Eddie, but over the years I got to know him, and I started calling him Cheeseburger Eddie, from the longest yard. He gave me a pair of sticks. So I was like, okay, this is cool, so I started beating around, and obviously every person that's ever sat behind a drum set does the We Will Rock You, do-do-cha, do-do-cha, and that I just found that to be super cool. There, he taught me how to do a basic rock beat, and me and him were actually just talking about this the other day, but, after that, he said, I just took off. That was the start, and it went for what it is today. But, it was pretty funny, because Mrs. Zagurki had taken a video of me actually at my first concert, and then she took one of me at my last concert, and we watched it too, and it was way different. And at the time I didn't have a mohawk. I was just kind of, one of the kids that would run around and get in trouble. But after I went away for the first time, I came back and I got a mohawk. It was blue for Fairview colors, obviously. Did my thing. Everybody knows me in Fairview as that drummer boy. I mean, whether they're new there or not, people still know.
Were there any honors or anything that you received throughout your music career, or any kind of compliments that you've gotten that have really stuck out to you?
Like almost every pet band game that I was at with Sydney, there was somebody, whether it was always an elderly person. They would always say, "Hey, kid, you're one hell of a drummer." And I'd be like, "Oh, thank you," and me being myself, I'm always pushing myself to be better at my instrument, and I'm always working hard to figure stuff out, like doing paradiddles or whatever, And, every time there'd be somebody that would give me a compliment. One thing that really stood out to me the most here in this past, my senior year here, was Miss Peters' little girl that would drum with me. She was pretty cool to meet, and, because I like to give my drumsticks out after I break them to little kids, just to be like, hey, you can do anything if you put your mind to it, I like doing that. That's kind of the message I have behind that for anybody that sees this, and I've given their kids drumsticks. That's like my thing. And but that was pretty cool because she would always sit there and watch me, and she'd jam along with me. It was pretty cool.
My next question is, throughout the time that you've been playing drums, has there been a performance that you feel like has stuck out to you the most? Like, what's been the most memorable performance you've had while you've been in high school?
The most memorable one that I've had was probably my last one. The last song that I played with the Sydney Screaming Eagle Pet Band, that was rough. Like, most of them were asking me, you okay? Because I was ready to start bawling. It was really hard for me walking out of that arena, after we had lost. I was probably one of the loudest people there screaming at the team, come on, let's go, but because I didn't want to leave. I didn't want it to end,
We've all done trips and different things like that, and obviously we just talked about your most memorable performance, but do you have any other memories of being in music at all, like whether it was high school, middle school, Fairview, Sydney? Do you just have a memory that really sticks out to you that you're always going to remember besides, the drumming portions of it, but any other memories that stick out to you?
During my 7th grade year, I left during the school year, and then I came back at the end of the school year, my 7th grade year. So I came back to Fairview in 8th grade, and everybody just, I don't know what, but everybody's necks about snapped, and they turned and they seen me walk into school because, I was gone. I just basically disappeared. Nobody knew where I went. So when I walked back in, everybody's like, dude, are you guys still play the drums? I'm like, yeah, of course. Who do you think I am? You've seen me before.
Ending off here with our last question, we are going to have students who come up, after you guys graduate. You're going to have a new batch of students who are involved with music, and they're trying to find answers to questions that they might have. What kind of advice would you give to students who are about to invest into music in their high school careers?
Well, I'd say if you're new to it, don't give up. Life doesn't give you things for free. You gotta work for them, and you gotta earn them. What I'm trying to say is, work hard, play hard, break as many sticks as you can if you're a drummer. That's just how I am. And smile. Just keep your head up, don't give up, push through hard times. I've been through plenty of low times in my life, and look, I'm still here, still jamming.
Well, thank you so much, Korbyn, for taking time to answer some questions. Definitely has been a great year. You've brought a lot of things to the table. I feel like you have taught a lot of things to people that maybe you don't realize. So I want you to know that it's been awesome getting to work with you as a student this year. And I wish you good luck after high school.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.